What's up, y'all? I'm so excited to be back. So I had 3 podcast episodes that I posted before this, but this is like my first, this is my official season. Okay, my plan is to have them is to launch a new season every Mercury retrograde this year. There's 3 Mercury retrogrades in this year, so it'll be 3 seasons. This is the first season. Okay, I'm gonna break this one down into 5 episodes because I think it's 5 weeks in this Mercury retrograde. So yeah, let me go to my trusty notes. It's the vibes. Like you've been looking for me all year long. Have you been looking for me as well? Only time will tell. Okay, so happy Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Okay, it will be from today. Wait, is today the 25th? It is. It'll be from today, the 25th, February 25th, 2026. Whenever you're seeing this, to March 20th, 2026. Okay, so this is how long the season is going to be. So I'd like for us to take a couple of seconds and just consider setting some intentions for this Mercury and Pisces retrograde. Retrogrades period are really good to do manifestation work, because it gives you the opportunity to do the shadow work, and then once the planet goes back direct, all your manifestations come in. I love to work with retrogrades. My Mercury is retrograde in my chart, okay? We love them. But yeah, so my intentions actually are going to be to stay grounded in structuring how I channel. So I am specifically doing this podcast episode in seasons, or this podcast in seasons, to structure to kick that off. So that's my intentions for this retrograde. I'm gonna give you a couple seconds to process it, think about it a little bit, and you can look at your Pisces placements and your Neptune placements and your 12th house placements to see how it's gonna affect you, and your 6th house placements and your 3rd house placements and your Gemini and your Virgo placements and your Mercury placements. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this. So the topic is consistency. Okay, you're struggling to step into that new reality because you require results before effort. That's what I wrote here. Consistency isn't about discipline, it's about trust. It's not that you're not putting in enough effort, it's that you don't trust movement without proof. We were taught that faith should be contingent upon what miracles we can see. And this wired our nervous systems to hold devotion back until our external reality has earned it, which it never will, because our reality follows our beliefs. It doesn't inform them the way that we think that it does. So believing that, so pretty much we struggle to maintain consistency. First of all, sometimes it's an authority issue. Sometimes we got some masculine somewhere, whether it was within our mother, within our father, within our caregiver, whoever. Somebody's masculine energy was so overpowering in a way that you felt like you didn't have no autonomy at all. You feel me? You couldn't make decisions on your own, and that kind of puts you in a place where you associate having to make decisions and initiate and do things and be consistent. You associate that masculine energy with punishment instead of as something that you do, as a reward almost for yourself, taking action and being consistent and staying disciplined in the things that you love. That is an act of self-love, a very radical one, actually. So Yeah, we could maybe have authority issues that fucks with our consistencies, or we could have motivation issues where we just feel like no matter what we do, it's never enough, and that comes from a scarce mindset. You need to start acknowledging yourself more, and you need to start like celebrating your small wins, your big wins, your all of it. It's all of it is none of it is small and big. It's all a win. You see what I'm saying? So start being grateful for the fact that you're even giving yourself the time of day to do shit like this. Whether it has an outcome or a result or not, fuck it. Like, what? We're doing it for the plot. We only live once. Well, in this lifetime, we're only conscious of the fact that we live once. You feel me? Live your fucking life. Do what you need to do. Start that habit. Quit that habit. Start being consistent in the things that you really want to do. Because only you can create your reality. Only you can create your reality. I'm going to say that again. Only you can create your reality. Now, we have divine energies in the background. You feel me? Most High doing his doing they thug thizzle, doing his thug thizzle, doing her thug thizzle. You feel me? Most High doing they thug thizzle. Okay? They always doing they thug thizzle. However, the thug thizzle can only be done if we're in compliance. You know, like, the miracles can't miracle if you're not positioning yourself to receive these miracles. And at the end of the day, we're the only ones that can position ourselves to do that. Literally, we're the only ones that have that level of autonomy for ourselves to do that. So that's the first thing, like practice giving yourself permission. Well, not the first thing, but practice giving yourself permission. Practice giving yourself a reason as to why you do things. Like, I feel like a lot of us, especially like getting into our spiritual journeys, if you're on a spiritual journey, it's easy to like get to a point of like, what the fuck am I doing right now? Why am I doing this? What am I doing this for? Because the world is fucking insane. The world is fucking insane. Free Palestine. Free Congo. Nigga. Free Sudan. Fuck ICE. Anyways. The world is insane. Fuck Trump. Like, the world is insane. Okay? Sometimes it's just like, why are we doing this? What am I going to get up and do this for when this is what life is when I walk outside? I get it. And I hate to break it to you, but especially with this is so on brand with the Mercury and Pisces energy. You're gonna have to wake up and carry the weight of the world and still keep fucking going. You have to still keep fucking going. Because at the end of the day, again, collectively we want to shift, but no fucking shift can happen if you're not on your thug thizzle. The title of this episode gonna be called Get on Your Motherfucking Thug Thizzle. Cause get on your thug thizzle, nigga. Like, like, come on now. But the wind chimes are so beautiful. But yeah, like, it starts with you. It starts with us choosing joy every single day, no matter how heavy the grief is, no matter how sickening shit is, because at the end of the day, everybody ain't dealt the same cards. So while you're sitting over here pitying the fact that folk ain't dealt the same cards, you focusing on your deck and your spread and doing what the fuck you need to do with that, and what the hell? You focusing on your spread can vibrationally impact the cards that may not have the cutest spread. Do you see what I'm saying? If we all individually focus on maximizing on being our higher selves, do you know how powerful of a collective we can be together? Like, it's easy to lose hope and get caught into the negativity of the shit that's happening. But at the end of the day, we cannot control it. The only thing that we can control is, how did we get in this place in the first motherfucking place? Okay? And how can I as an individual change? How can I as an individual change that? How can I change that within myself? How can I begin to ripple that effect out to the people around me? Because you don't gotta be motherfucking Martin Luther, nigga. You don't gotta be Malcolm X. You don't gotta be a motivational speaker, nigga. But you do need to exude the energy that you wish to see in the world, because you're the only influence in everybody's own world. You are the only influence. Hop on that, okay? I also wrote, what you decide on requires action. Decide without commitment. Thinking about it, desiring it, the first step. Thinking about it and desiring it is the first step. You have to move. You can refine it later. Overthinking does not create clarity. You don't have too many options. You're just afraid to make the wrong decision. Life is about curiosity, not correction. There is no such thing as the wrong decision. And that's, bro, I feel like also as creatives, it's so easy for us to start so many projects, or it's so easy for us to go into a funk of starting so many projects, especially when we're just freshly establishing structure. It's so easy for us to go into, or for us to have ideas of several projects and to never execute any of them, because we feel like we don't have the resources, or there's just you're not willing to work with what you have. You're not willing to work with what you have. Why would you get more resources or the things that you need to do what you want to do if you're not even executing the ideas that you're getting in the way that you can, in the best way that you can? You would not be getting those ideas if you couldn't bring them to life. You know what I'm saying? So it's not one of those things where you have to force completion to create. Just get up and fucking initiate that shit. Just create and be consistent with that shit. Be consistent. The entire purpose is to initiate and be consistent with it. And the beautiful thing about consistency is it's just putting in effort, right? Putting in consistent effort. So the consistency can look different ways. If you decide that you do something today that you don't want to do tomorrow, then don't fucking do it. But you need to do something. You need to do something. If you're not accountable to your motherfucking self, who are you accountable to? What are you accountable to? Integrity. Like, it is okay to change your mind. Take time away from learning to ground. Take time away from learning to ground. Take time away from learning to ground. I'm gonna say that shit one more motherfucking time. Take time away from learning so that you can sit your motherfucking ass down somewhere and ground. Because that is the quickest way. That is the quickest way to have yourself fucked up. That's the quickest way to be skipping several steps when you got a certain destination that you're trying to get to. Okay? We learn so much on a day-to-day. We consume so much on a day-to-day when it comes to social media, fucking food, energies, narratives, all of the motherfucking things. The things that we listen to, we consume so much. Intentionally, unintentionally, consciously, unconsciously. Every motherfucking day. Okay? You have to sit down and give yourself the space to integrate it. Okay? So if you're also one of those people that's talking yourself out of consistency because you know all the reasons, or all the way you've read several books on how to be consistent and all of these things, and you just don't understand why you can't stick to a habit, or why you can't bring your life into fruition. Nigga, shut up. I love you, but shut up. Stop it. Just because you know something doesn't mean that your nervous system is attuned to it yet. Okay? You got the download so that you can begin to create the space to implement it. So if I'm talking to you right now, go do some nervous system regulation. And make that your first habit that you start. Start motherfucking stretching. You ain't gotta do nothing crazy. Start stretching. Go on YouTube. You don't even have to go on YouTube, bro. If you don't do yoga already, then just like the regular stretches. Don't get on your phone first thing in the morning, because that naturally fucks with your dopamine, right? Don't get on your phone first thing in the morning. Do some random ass intuitive ass stretches, okay? Make you some breakfast. Spark you a bowl, a blunt. Wake and bake. You feel me? Like, pour into yourself first. It's important to ground, because you might be struggling for burnout. To be honest, like, if you're struggling with motivation, and like as far as being consistent in things that you love, or in things that you know that you desire, that you want to do, you're probably burnt the fuck out. You can't start a healing journey or any type of journey where you're aware of yourself and process all of these things and stimuli that we're taking in every day, consciously and unconsciously. You can't possibly think that you become aware of all of these things on a nervous system level and on a mental level, and that's not going to start taking a bigger toll on you than what it was already taking on you. You know what I mean? Like, you need to slow down, and you need to integrate resting and purging, the little crying every once in a while. That's not doing it for you, because it's deeper than just, oh, I'm having a bad day, or oh, I'm just overstimulated. You're not overstimulated right now. You are overstimulated in general. You're on edge because you're overstimulated in general. And on edge doesn't necessarily mean that you are anxious all the time. On edge can mean that you don't never have the energy to do the things that you know that you love, or that you know that you want to do. If you feel like you don't have energy for yourself, then at that point you are burnt the fuck out. Okay? If you only have energy to do the things that you need to do and fulfill the things that other people need from you, you are burnt the fuck out, and you need to slow the fuck down. Take a break. I don't know what that looks like for you, but take motherfucking heed. Take heed, man. Take heed, man. You don't need perfect certainty. You need a working decision. Spiraling is okay, but you're the only one that can make change happen. And that's the gist of the podcast episode. That's the gist of the podcast episode. It's okay to spiral, but don't let that be what determines your productivity for the day. Don't let that be what determines your productivity for the year. And don't let yourself talk you out of doing things. Don't let spirits, trickster energies talk you out of your rights, which is going and getting and positioning yourself to have what the fuck you need, what the fuck you want, and to go after your highest desires, your highest purpose, okay? Your highest purpose. If you didn't take nothing else from this, if you didn't take anything else from this, consistency is what you need in order to become your higher self, in order to do the things that you want to do on a daily, in order to live the life that you want to live. No life is too far away. Nothing is too unrealistic. You can be and do and have whatever the fuck you want. You just gotta put in the work for it. And for a lot of us, it feels exhausting to hear, like, oh, you just gotta put in the work for it, because we feel like we've been working our whole lives. I get it. We all a bunch of grown babies. I understand. But at the end of the day, I won't say but, I'm not disregarding how we feel. But at the end of the day, we can be as tired as we want, but we still gotta keep going. We are gonna get our rest. We're going to get our rest. It's inevitable. It's in our karma. That's how it works. You feel me? We're going to get the compensation that we deserve. But we gotta lock in. We gotta lock in. You gotta lock in. So yeah, I love you. I love you so much. Thank you for watching this. Episode 2 will be dropping. I don't have my other journal with me, but I'll let y'all know. I'll probably put it like maybe in the next slide when I edit this. I might upload this on the 26th, but I'm gonna try to have it up by tonight. So yeah, I hope y'all have a beautiful rest of y'all day. Subscribe wherever you are. If you fuck with this, if you fuck with the message, if you resonated with it, share it. Thank you so much. I love you. I love you. Bye. Later.